Hiya, how we all doing? Welcome back to week 4 of the Sunday rant. This is Simply Boona UK. Good to see you all. So, this week fairly uneventful, if I'm being honest with you. Nothing exciting's happened really. Nothing exciting in a good way anyway. One issue that I have had this week is my resin packs burst behind me HMF filters and that distributed resin balls all over me tank. It was, yeah, so distributed resin balls all over this tank. Absolute nightmare, to be honest with you. Absolute nightmare. So what I had to do was I had to vac all the sand, get like nearly all of the water out the fish were on the bellies. I've got as many of the beads out, the little tiny resin balls that come in the packs out as I could by vacuuming the sand. But there was still loads in, there was still loads left in, there still is loads in now. You'll see them raising up off the surface whenever the fish right at the surface. You can see like the little white balls in the flow of the tank. They're the resin balls. So during the clean up of that, I had to put an internal filter at the end of my tank to clean the stuff that I couldn't get out when I was vacuuming the sand. When I put the internal filter in, I noticed an immediate change in behaviour, mainly from this guy, the Fanes Mason, mainly from him. He's been aggy from day one. All he's wanted to do is scrap. I put that internal in and it, like, I'm not joking, it was instantaneous. It was instantaneous. He almost become playful. He's not aggressive towards the other fish anymore. He's just in amongst them. Now, whenever I added the petro, to calm him down. Them two had a little bit of a battle. The petro just put his head in its mouth and he calmed down a little bit then, but he was still a bit of a shit. When I put the internal in, it just changed the dynamics of the tank yet again. The tank's now playful. That got me thinking, was it something to do with the HMFs? Now, I've had zero problems, and I mean zero problems with the HMFs. I really rate them. I think it's the most efficient way to run multiple tanks that there is. I can't think of another way. If you know of a more efficient way to run multiple tanks than using Hamburg matting filters, let me know. Please let me know. I've had absolutely amazing results from breeding. I've had no negatives at all, to be honest with you. Zero negatives from using HMF filters. Apart from trying to find a sponge. Finding the correct HMF sponge in the UK is nearly as hard as getting fish in the UK. But anyway, I decided to change. So now, I'm running an FX6 on my 6 foot. And I'm running an FX4 on my 5 foot. I like to run my tanks as energy efficiently as I can. The air pump that I'm using at the minute, just let me sit down. The air pump that I'm using at the minute is a Nito Cocky 80A. It uses 86 watts of power, and out of that 86 power, 86 watts of power. I've been able to run 2 6-foot, 5-foot, 4-foot and all my fry tanks with air to spare. Air to spare. I could probably run another 2 tanks off this air pump. The FX6 and the FX4 combined is running 73 watt, 74 watt, which means if I'm going to equal power of what I'm using now, I need to find an air pump or for me to power these tanks on 10 watt of power. I don't think it's doable. I just don't think it's doable. So, my plan is this 4-foot is going to be ran on an internal as my grow on. The Maconde, the MCAT Fanes Maconde is Haram FMs, the Trophiops Macroflammatus Maconde and the Masobo Magunga will all be added to the Mbenji tank. The fry that are out in the splitty, Masobo Magunga, Fanes Maconde, Ndonga Deep, Truavasi Chindunga will all get dropped into the grow on once I've moved these in with the Mbenji, which I might even do this afternoon. And if I've got time, I'll film the transfer and I'll show you how I introduce fish to tanks. I love this lad, pride of my fleet, definitely pride of my fleet. Wild caught MCAT Fanes Maconde. He's going to look great with the Mbenji. He's going to look absolutely fantastic with them Mbenji. Yeah, I've sold myself. This is getting done this afternoon and I'll film it. It is, I'll film it. So anyway, yeah, get these adults out of there. Some more of the Maconde young growing on, absolutely fantastic. The MCATs and O's that this group is throwing out, fucking unreal. Sorry for swearing, but it really is unreal. So yeah, drop all these fry down into the grow on, get them adults out, and then through here and into the Mbenji tank, which by the way are doing bloody brilliantly. This is 2 weeks now that they've been with me. The fins on the MCAT are next level. He is my tank boss without doubt. Now this female here, I've had my eye on her for the last few days because she's been showing at first what I thought were signs of bloat, constantly gargling in her mouth, always swilling something round, but she's been eating normally. A couple of days ago, well 3-4 days ago, I walked in and I seen the MCAT and this female, him and her, doing the love circle on top of his cave. I'm convinced she's got a couple of eggs in her I am convinced she is holding eggs. I just need to keep a close eye on it to find out. The Galanos now, look at the Galanos coming into their own. That bluey green hue is unreal, you know. Lombardy, the males are nice, but believe it or not, the females have been my surprise fish at the import. They are stunning, absolutely stunning. Really took me by surprise, these, the Lombardy, aka the Kenyai. Really took me by surprise. Anyway, enough with the Mbenji tank. The Mason tank is looking good, innit? It's looking real good. I'm going to miss the Mason when they go. And the True Chindunga, I'm going to miss them as well. Which is a reminder, people, the fish you see in that top tank are available for sale. Jump into sales mode a second here. We've got wild caught Fane's Mason Reef. There is a ratio on the Mason Reef of 2 males and 4 females. Absolutely stunning fish. As you can see, all in absolutely A1 condition. No issues, no torn fins, no dipped bellies. Mustard group. Also available in this tank, Labiatrophius truivasi chindunga, absolute stunners. The ratio on these is 2 males, 2 standard females, 6 OB females. I've had nice success from breeding from these. I'm on 5 or 6 spawns out of them now, basically back to back. And the males are ready to go again. Looking at a couple of the females, they're nice, chunky and egg bound. Here especially, you can see in her belly, if she turns and watch, the bellies go almost square near the vents. Quite a few of these females are looking ready actually. But again, £200. Fane's Mason Wild Caught Group, 2 to 4, £200. Labiatrophius truivasi chindunga, excuse me, 2 to 8, £200. Both groups, absolute bargains. If you want to take both groups at the same time, I'll let you take both groups for £350. The reason of that is you're saving me a lot of work. A lot of work by taking both groups at the same time. Also, I'm not 100% the Chinook Tilapia Zebroid Ndonga Deep. They may possibly be for sale. 2 to 3 is the ratio on that. Again, great breeders, literally non-stop breeding from these and stunning fish. They are 2 to 3, and for them £175. You know how to get in touch with me. You can drop a comment in here, I'll get back to you that way. If you're part of my WhatsApp group, you can get on me on WhatsApp. I'm also on TikTok, you can get me on there. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This has been Simply Booner UK and the Sunday Rant. I am off now to sort this pair out. Not fish related, but just as much work. Enjoy the rest of your day and join me next week. Or, in fact, join me this afternoon when I transfer the MCAT Fanes Maconde, the Masobo Magunga and the Trophiops Macroflammatus Maconde into the Mbenji tank. Have a fantastic day, people, and I shall see you next week. Have a good one, folks. It's been a pleasure.